And then it happens. One day you wake up and you're in this place. You're in this place where everything feels right. Your heart is calm. Your soul is lit. Your thoughts are positive. Your vision is clear. You're at peace. At peace with where you've been. At peace with what you've been through. At peace with where you're headed. Hello my friends, welcome back to epoxymaid, the land of Resinart, bad ideas and unexpected chaos. New videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Subscribe, hit that bell. Things might get messy, but they'll always be fun. Now we're going to be doing something new. I'm going to be trying a new technique, and I did see this over at BCC Arts, so make sure you check out her channel as well. She tried a technique using I believe it was Daniel Cooper's resin paper technique. I'm not really sure. I don't watch Daniel Cooper's channel. It's not that I don't like Daniel Cooper, it's just the things he tends to do don't really land in my wheelhouse per se. But we're going to be making some resin paper. And then we're going to take these butterflies here that I printed out on my Cricut. I'm not sure if that's the things you're supposed to use or not. She did not specify. She just had some butterflies and they were on clear paper. So I thought maybe printing it off my Cricut will work. So we're going to give it a go. I don't know if I'm going to land on my feet or on my butt. So if you would like to see me succeed or fail here, grab a seat. And let's get to moving, my friends. I have 3 cups out here, just little measuring cups. And I'm going to be using Let's Resin UV resin, and it is the clear hard type. And I'm just going to put a little bit in my cup here. Not a whole lot, just a little. She didn't put much in her cup, so I'm not going to put much in mine. The colors I chose is a Pearl X, a Reflex Violet. I'm just going to put some of my mica powder in there and get that stirred up. And then I chose this Pearl X powder, and it gives off kind of like some green hues that I thought might match my next color that I'm fixing to be bringing out. And that's my turquoise blue. Next, we're going to get some wax paper out. And then I'm going to just take these and drop them onto my wax paper here. Okay, like that. And then, let's see if I can get y'all a little bit closer. Let me cut some of this off. Okay. And now I'm just going to lightly press it, moving back and forth, lightly pressing it. Not hard, just a light press. And if there's any like spaces in there, like see that space right there, I'm just going to try to fill it in. Make sure everything gets filled in here. And then I'm going to take this little brush here and just lightly go over it, lightly stroke over it. Right like that. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and cure that. So I'm going to get my Let's Resin lamp here, and we're going to cure it 1 minute on this side and 1 minute on the other side. So I'm just going to get my timer here, and it's got 1 minute on it. Set it on there, click that, and then I'll meet you back in a minute. Okay, now I'm going to take it and flip it over, and we're going to do the same on that side. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take our light up, and then we're going to go ahead and open this up. And then get our resin paper off. All right, like that. And there's our paper. Resin paper. Okay, now we're going to, I gotta stay away from that bubble right there. I printed out 2 different size butterflies. Some people might like big earrings and some people might like small earrings. So we're gonna do one of both. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my scissors here. We'll go ahead and do this one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut right down the center of this butterfly. And we're going to cut this part off because we don't need that part on our earring. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just peel that up. And then let's go ahead and put this down where we want it. Right about there. And then peel our, oh goodness, hope it's going to stick on there. It should. Let's get it started. There we go. Now I'm going to hold it with one of my fingers and peel it with the other. There we go. Make sure we get it down there just right. Perfecto. Now we got to do this one. We'll go ahead and cut that off of there. Now the next step is going to be take our UV resin and we're going to go ahead and place it on our wing here. And you don't want to put too much because you don't want to go over the wing. You don't want to go outside of it. You just want to stay inside the wing. And I guess it would be okay if you did go a little outside because you're going to be cutting it off of here anyway. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get that cured up. Okay, now we're going to take that up, and now we're going to do the other side the same way. Now we've got both sides resined. Now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut them out. Okay, you've seen me get my little drill out there, and the pieces that I couldn't get real close to, I just used my little drill and went around the wings there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and create a little sticky pad to place them on. And I'm going to make sure that is nice and tight. So I've got the sticky side up towards me, and I'm just going to tape that down, and then tape the other side and make sure it is nice and tight. Right, like that. And then we're going to take our butterfly pieces, and I'm just going to go over them with a little alcohol pad, making sure I got all that dust off of them, and let them dry. Go ahead and place it down on this. And then get this one and place it down. Okay, I'm just going to hit them with my torch real quick. Get them to lay down flat. Okay. And now we're going to resin them again. Okay, now we're done doing both sides of them. Now I'm going to pick them up, and we're going to flip them over. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just going to put some more UV resin on them. I'm going to do them one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and cure that one up. Okay, now I'm going to take that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other one the same way. Okay, I think they're done. And they turned out beautiful. Okay, now we're going to I'm going to go drill a hole in them for earrings, and I'll meet you back. You might not want to use a Dremel like this, because while I was drilling the hole, it snapped the back, a piece of it, right into, which is not a big deal for me because I just, I'm going to keep these for me anyway. But I just wanted to mention that. I do have my hole in there, right where I wanted it, because we're going to be laying some stones on the outside. And I needed the hole to be right there so I could get stones around the hole. But I just wanted to mention that. Do not use one of these because you may crack your UV resin. Okay, I'm just going to get my little thing right here that I put my glue in, and I'm going to be using Liquid Fusion. And I'm just going to put a little dab in there. Then I'm going to, if I could find my other tool, where did it go? This little tool. I'm just going to dip in the glue and then go right here on the outer edges, like that. And then I'm going to be dropping some stones around the edges. And I think I'm just going to put the glue right there, and that's going to go ahead and get me a start. Now I'm just going to place some of my stones down in there and get my little tool here to pick the stones up. And I'm just going to place them right on the edges there. And I like to start up there so I can get right around that hole that I made. And there's my earring. And I think I might go right in there with it too. And there it is. I think I might go ahead and fill that in. What do y'all think? Should I leave some black in there? Yeah, we should leave some black in there. A little down here and a little up there. I think that looks really pretty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bling my other butterfly out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I have finished them, my friends, and I think they are beautiful. And these are made completely with UV resin. You start out with your UV resin paper, and then you put your little butterfly or whatever you would like to use placements onto your UV resin paper, and then you UV resin over that. UV resin earrings all the way through. I think that's awesome. Well, what do y'all think? Did I land on my feet or my butt on this one? I think I landed on my feet. Even though I have a little crack in the back of that one, which I'm not too sad about because they're going to be for me. I'm not going to be selling them. But I had a lot of fun creating these. This was a blast. And I hope this inspires someone else. And don't forget to go check out BCC Arts. That's where I got my inspiration from to make these. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you on Monday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.